Just want to give you guys a description of the third dimension of what I found. This is by Jay O'Brien from O'Brien's Extraterrestrials website. I think this is something you should know. That's all I'm going to say. I'm here to read. I'm only here to read. The third dimension. The third dimension, physical reality of the conscious being. The third dimension is where energy congeals into a dark, dense pool of matter. This is the plane of thought or mind. The densest stratum of this plane contains our own more worldly and material thoughts. Because of our planetary coding consciousness, we are able to identify with matter and therefore become dense ourselves. The universe allows the illusion of free will on the third and fourth dimensions, which gives us the experience of acting like saints or demons or somewhere in between by choice. Beings believing that the third is the only dimension suffer from the illusion of separation from their spirit. The physical senses cannot detect spirit which is beyond form. If we are not one with spirit, then we cannot be at one with others. This dimension of thought has the ability to interpenetrate all of life, like a sort of etheric river of water. It is not confined to the brain, which actually acts more like a kind of telephone switching station to all the thoughts that pass through it. Our ability to experience beauty while in such density shows that we live in a loving universe. That is why, if we can contact the higher strata of the mind world by training the corresponding parts of our brain, as all seekers have attempted to do, we shall gain inconceivable knowledge. The practice of remote viewing attempts to tap into this holographic practice. Humans possess a body made up of the material of the physical plane world, a body containing chemicals in liquid, solid, and gaseous states. This temperature is interpenetrated by another body, which is its counterpart known as the etheric body. I hope I pronounced that right. It constitutes the fine web through which the electromagnetic life forces are fed into the physical body from the outer universe. The combination of these two bodies contain the conscious knowledge of all 12 dimensions, the sacred hologram. So the material world, the third dimension. The material world is the dominant mode in which humanity and other species live and operate. The motivating or driving forces in this world are called instincts. Most beings on the planet today base their actions predominantly on information they receive from their survival, sexual, hierarchical, and territorial instincts. Acting on these instructions makes statements to the universe about what is real to the actor. For the most part, these pictures of reality stem from information that is encoded in the DNA of the physical body. These physical body pictures of reality may imply, I am mortal, I need a mate, I need personal power to rule others, I need to own certain things, I need another person to make me happy, I need control of my space. The mental body, too, generates pictures of reality. It creates pictures that say things like, I must figure it all out, I need to be right. It's okay if I lie if I have a good enough reason. I am better than they are. She's going to say this, and then I'll say that. For various reasons, Western civilization has elevated the mind-body to a male, godlike status. There are several methodologies which contend that by controlling the mental body, negative experiences can be transcended, and that we can even obtain enlightenment and nirvana. The rationale goes, I create my own reality with my thoughts. Therefore, if I eliminate negative thoughts and only think positive ones, then my life will change for the better. This implies that negative thoughts are the source of one's negative experiences, and the work then becomes to eradicate them. You become your own thought police, and sense whatever you're fascinated with, you get more of. Then being fascinated with negative thoughts just brings more of them. Plus, there is another aspect to consider. The universe rearranges itself to accommodate your picture of reality. The think only positive thoughts strategy assumes that the mental body is the sole composer of one's picture of reality, but it is not the physical body. Has its own views and convictions of what is real, as does the emotional body as well as the spiritual body, the I am. Here is a simple story to illustrate this. This is an interesting story. There was a mighty lion, Janro, who was born in a small zoo. As she grew, she made it a point to investigate, as best as she could, all aspects of the world around her. All of the other lions in this zoo have been born in captivity as well. Their cages were indoors. One day another lion was added to the group, but she was captured in the wild. When she spoke of the vast savannas, the tall, spreading trees, the birds in the sky, and the other wonders she knew of, Janro and the others scoffed. "How could this be?" they would exclaim. "We've had plenty of time to investigate this world. We know precisely the limits of our cages, what other kinds of animals there are, where we came from, and how we get fed. What you are telling us is preposterous. Prove it." Beings who are exploring the material world and taking a stand for its validity suffer from the illusion of separation from their spirit. This should be obvious. The physical senses cannot detect spirit, which is beyond form. Consequently, if we are not at one with our spirit, then we cannot be at one with others, because oneness is an attribute of the spiritual body. They believe they must fight and struggle to exist. Courtesy of the animal instincts, they perceive enemies. Their actions are a series of strategies being played out. They fear, lack, and condemnation, which both lurk in the background of their consciousness like hungry cheetahs. They need outside authorities to tell them how to reach God/goddesses and to tell them what is real. Today, scientists are the priests of what is real. When we find ourselves acting out and identifying with any of these pictures of reality and agreeing that they are real, you may say with confidence, "I am living in a material world." Other experiences of this domain are being caught up in a stream of thought, planning strategies, planning certain type of strategies. If you know what I mean. A mental rehearsing of what you're going to say when you confront someone, which you never end up saying anyway when the time comes. Being sarcastic, being obnoxious, being critical, physically or verbally attacking someone, proving you're right or the other wrong, defending or claiming your space. The way we perceive and define ourselves implies which world we are living in. A few identities that take a stand for the validity of the material world are: I am a hard worker, smart person, honest person, business person, parent, spouse, child, parent/spouse/child, and then next to the business person is in parentheses, just name a profession. So awesome / inadequate lover, responsible person, funny person, student / teacher, clever / shrewd. There's nothing wrong with these identities or exploring the material world. We all do it to some degree or another. Let's face it, we're all in human forms. It's an option that our spirits have chosen to explore for whatever reason. The important point is not what we are exploring, but the position that our consciousness is in with relation to the action. That is the description of the third dimension. I will mention the fourth and the fifth later. Thank you for listening.